Hell no! What's up, my cool dudes? I'm DualingDude, and welcome to another draft analysis for another draft league. Because apparently I've entered too many already, so I figured why not enter one more and upload it for you guys? Because why not? I'm starting uni next week, and I'm over killing myself with all these leagues, but that doesn't matter. I should be fine. It shouldn't take too much out of my time to do these. But anyway, this league is the PLC. And I know what you're thinking. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a couple of years, the PLC never works. Yeah, I've heard it all before. But hey, nothing's gonna stop from trying. We've got new coaches this season. We've got, I think, 5 returning coaches plus 5 new coaches for a total of 10. So it should be good. It will be good. But anyway, this is just a standard run-of-the-mill draft analysis like I've been posting for the last few days. Last couple of weeks. But before I get started, I'll just say it is a Wi-Fi league on Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And at this point, I just uploaded the Giovanni episode of on the day people are seeing this. So I'm really slacking on upload time. I apologize, but I'll have draft league uploads definitely to keep people going. If you need something to watch, I definitely have draft league uploads. We've got team builders. Plus the battles for several leagues now. I think this is league number 3 because TPL got cancelled. Yeah, the league number 3. But anyway, draft analysis, so let's just jump right into it. First of all, I went into this draft like the other ones without any plan whatsoever. So I wanted a fairy type first up. I was looking around for bulky fairy types. I could have gone Sylveon, I could have gone Gardevoir. However, Gardevoir. However it's pronounced. I could have gone Slurpuff again, but I'm using that in the Alola Battle Association. So in this league, I decided to go Clefable. Which, honestly, as you can see, I've named Clefable Moonwalker. Because Clefable, I can't speak today. Clefairy evolves into Clefable using the Moonstone. They're meant to be from space, so I thought Moonwalker would be a good name. As you can see, bulky. I didn't put the stats on this layout, and it doesn't matter. It's a bulky fairy type Pokemon, and it doesn't have to worry about toxic or burn damage because of its ability Magic Guard. So with Magic Guard, you will only take damage from attacking moves. So that means no toxic damage, no burn damage, no Stealth Rocks damage, no Spikes damage. But Sticky Webs will still affect me, but it's not bad. Like, honestly, having a Pokemon that can not be damaged by hazards and status conditions is just amazing. So I figured, you know what, I've never used Clefable before, let's just go. It's also got Unaware, which it can stop sweeps because Unaware makes it so an opposing Pokemon sets up all over Clefable will ignore all those stat increases. So they could go up to plus 6 with a Scolipede and hit me with Poison Jab. Clefable will not care about the Poison Jab, like all the plus 6. Clefable will still sponge that, which is pretty amazing. It's also got a Wish and Heal Bell support, so it's a bit of a cleric as well. And then for more clerical moves, it's got Healing Wish, Toxic, Thunder Wave, access to Stealth Rocks, and it's a knockoff user. It's also got coverage in Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, and Focus Blast, to name a few moves. If I wanted to go a more offensive route, I know this thing can set up with the Calm Mind. So Clefable has options for days, so it's not that bad. Moving on to my next Pokemon, I wanted to get my Dragon Fairy Steel Core up pretty early. So next Pokemon I wanted was a Magnezone. So with Magnezone, Electric Steel type Pokemon, Volt Switch, it's got Stab, Thunderbolt, and Flash Cannon, Magnepool to trap Steel types, it's got Magikarp, so it is immune to, no, Magikarp doesn't give it an immunity, it's, hold on, Magikarp reflects certain non-damaging moves like Stealth Rock, Spikes, so just an extra way to deal with hazard set of Pokemon. It's also got Magnetize, which, if you remember the last PLC, Stealthy used that against my Bronzong to take my Bronzong out. So, I can't remember if anyone else actually drafted Bronzong, but if they drafted a levitating steel type, such as, well, like Celesteela even, I can trap in Celesteela, and I know someone picked Celesteela, so I can trap in Celesteela. So it's not bad. Granted, Celesteela does get a fire move, so that week I could probably bring something like the Oka Berry to sponge the fire type attack, and hopefully we can take Celesteela out with this strategy. But anyway, moving on to my next Pokemon, completing the Dragon Fairy Steel Core is Hydreigon. Midnight the Hydreigon. Magnezone's nickname is In the Zone. I couldn't think of anything better. Anyway, Midnight the Hydreigon. Hydreigon is just immune to ground type moves, which covers Magnezone is immune to psychic type moves, which covers probably one Pokemon later on in the draft. One or two. It's just, you know how hard a Draco Meteor and Dark Pulse from a Hydreigon hits. Everyone knows how hard they hit it. And with Defog being in move 2 to move now, it actually gets access to Defog, so it's another hazard remover for the team. It's got YouTube for Switch Initiative, and it can be ran bulky or offensive. It's got access to Raw, Dragons. Don't think it's got access to Dragon Tail. Raw, Thunderwave, Roost. Actually, what's this? I've seen Shady Penguin, Rocky, Thunderwave, Roost, U-Turd and Dark Pulse set back in the day when he was actually still doing Pokemon. So that was awesome. I've used the defensive Hydreigon with a similar set, and I can say it works. So that's Hydreigon. Next Pokemon we have Empoleon. Gunter the Empoleon. It's immune to poison type moves just like Magnezone. It is another steel type. And as you can see, my team at this stage has a serious fighting weakness. Like, really serious fighting weakness. I drafted a lot of Pokemon that were weak to fighting this season. I do not know why. Empoleon's got Stab, Scald, Flash Cannon, access to Stealth Rocks, and Defog. So it can be ran bulky and offensive. It's got agility to increase its own speed, and then it can speed. It's also got access to the ability Defiant. So my opponent brings Arcanine, I bring a Defiant Empoleon, like a jolly Defiant Empoleon. They bring in their lead scenario, they bring in their Arcanine and try to Wild Charge. Defiant will boost my attack, so I'll go down to -1 because of the Intimidate, then I'll go to +1 because of Defiant. It's also got, this Gunter has also got priority in Aqua Jet. So, and it's also got tons of coverage moves, Grass Knot, Ice Beam, okay, maybe not tons of coverage moves, but I can think of Earthquake, Shadow Claw, Brick Break. It's definitely something to think about. Empoleon is not to be slept on. I've always wanted Empoleon in the league, and now I'm finally gonna get Empoleon in the league. We're moving on to my next Pokemon. With my serious fighting weakness in mind, I wanted to grab a Ghost type Pokemon. So I decided to grab Decidueye, Oliver. You guys know Oliver from the Ultramoon Let's Play. Oliver is coming back PLC style. He's immune to normal type moves. He's immune to fighting type moves. He's got Stab, Leaf Blade, Stab, Spirit Shackle, Defog. He can be ran bulky or offensive. He's got U-turn for switch. He's got Shadow Sneak for priority. He's got Sucker Punch. Oliver is just... There's no so much Oliver can do. Another option for this slot would have been Gorgeist, but with the PLC and having to get Pokemon It would have been a bit hard to trade to different coaches just to get Pokemon I needed. Like, trade evolutions are crazy annoying to get, especially for a draft league, and I don't gen. I mean, I'll gen if there's an emergency, but other than that, I'll try my hardest to avoid genning for my team. Anyway, moving down to my next Pokemon. So, this one's my Mega pick. But this season, Tier 3 and 4 Megas gave you points towards your extra slots. And for the weeks leading up to the PLC, I kept joking around with Cameron that I was gonna draft Mega Camerupt. So I thought, hey, why not? I'll draft Mega Camerupt. So I ended up drafting Mega Camerupt. I've got Eruptor, the Eruptor, the Mega Camerupt. I'm honestly not sure if this was the smartest idea now. I really do not know. But Eruptor's got Quiet. No, that's a nature, Quiet's a nature. It's got the ability Sheer Force to get more of a damage output from moves like Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Earth Power, Ancient Power if it really needs to. It's a Stealth Rock setter, it gets access to Will-O-Wisp. It can be run bulky or offensive, sorry. And even though Camerupt does have this 4 times water weakness, it's not bad because we got Decidueye, we got Gunter, we got Midnight, we got In the Zone. Like, we got several Pokemon that counter that water weakness. And even that ground type weakness, Oliver resists, Midnight's immune. And we've got a couple more Pokemon down the track that also help cover Eruptor's weaknesses. But anyway, moving on, there's not too much else to say about Eruptor, so let's just move on. We have Maylene the Lucario, named after the Gen 4 gym leader herself. I'm sorry, I'm a major Gen 4 fanboy. I mean, I couldn't name this thing. If I have to use a male Lucario 1 week, I will name it Riley, because, you know, Gen 4 throwbacks are a thing. Anyway, Maylene has the ability in a focus to avoid flinches, Justify to increase its attack stat when it's hit by a dark type move. Got priority Bullet Punch, priority Extreme Speed, and Vacuum Wave as another bit of priority, so it has priority on the special side. It's got a diverse physical and special move pool. It's got Bullet Punch, it's got Close Combat, it's got Focus Blast, it has Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, Earthquake, Dragon Pulse. I mean, we could go Power Up Punch set 1 week, that would be interesting. Like, Lucario is so versatile, it is crazy. And I've always wanted to... Lucario is another Pokemon I've always wanted to use in a league, so I figured why not. Anyway, let's move on some more. Down to Reuniclus. Genepool the Reuniclus. I couldn't think of a better name, I am sorry. Reuniclus has a decent amount of natural bulk. It's got good abilities in Regenerate and Magic Guard. It's got access to Recover, Knock Off, Pain Split, and honestly, it can help out Mega Camerupt with the Trick Room. It's not bad. Like, okay, I can get this thing. If I can get Genepool in, set up a Trick Room, Genepool goes down, bring in Mega Camerupt. Mega Camerupt has 3 turns of uninterrupted mayhem. So it's not bad. I mean, okay, uninterrupted mayhem unless they have Aqua Jet. So, or any other like really strong priority move. Other than that, yeah, we're gonna be raining. Fire's going to be raining down. But anyway, Genepool has coverage in Energy Ball, Shadow Ball, Thunder, and Focus Blast. It doesn't get Thunderbolt, unfortunately, but I'm good with it. It also gets access. Genepool, it's not in the layout, but Genepool gets access to Knock Off, one of the best moves in the game. So I can bring Knock Off Genepool 1 week, get rid of some items as well. Moving on to my next Pokemon, we have President Mike the X-Splat. I was actually watching My Hero Academia before recording this video, so figured, hey, why not just name X player Present Mike? Because honestly, I love My Hero Academia. About halfway through making all the layouts, I thought, hey, I should just change all these names to like My Hero Academia references. I was close to doing it, but that would mean all these layouts I had to redo. Like, just even the editing, I'm just not that. I'm just trying not to. I just try to avoid editing as much, like editing mistakes as much as I can because of my limited schedule with uni coming up soon. But anyway, it's got. Present Mike has access to Scrappy as an ability, so it can hit ghost types with its stab boom burst. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's good coverage in Fire Blast, Surf, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Ice Beam. It can even provide utility support with moves like Super Fang, Whirlwind, and Icy Wind. So honestly, Present Mike's so versatile. He's got stuff he can do. It's no joke. The Present Mike is seriously no joke. Anyway, moving on to the second last pick of the draft, we have Batmite, the Golbat. With Batmite, I was just trying to get a bit more bulk, a couple more Pokemon that could help out Camerupt's weaknesses, get off the ground. Like, it gets off the ground, so Camerupt is. So it's another way to counter all the ground and fighting type weaknesses, because it times 4 resists fighting. And it's also immune to ground as long as I don't roost that turn. So it's Batmite is not that bad. It's got natural bulk, it can make use of the Eviolite. It's got Stab, Brave Bird, Poison Fang, it's got Switch Initiative with U-turn. It's also got utility moves such as Super Fang, Whirlwind, Defog, and Haze. So it does a couple of things similar to Present Mike, which ain't bad. So having at least 2 Pokemon that could do the same thing on the draft can really help, because I could bring I could bring 2 mons with different roles. I could bring the same 2 mons with different roles on the team that week depending on the matchup. But anyway, moving on to my final Pokemon. At this point, I had a lot of defoggers, but I also wanted a Pokemon to carry Rapid Spin, so I was looking around, wanted something a bit bulky. So I actually opted to go with Avalugg. I know, Avalugg, it's not the best Pokemon. Yeah, Candice the Avalugg. Reference to my Avalugg in the XY Rival Lock. So unfortunate how that had to happen. But there's really not much to say about Candice. She's a Rapid Spinner, she works well on the Trick Room, she has access to Recover, she's super physically defensive, which is her defense stat is monstrous, mind you. It is so crazy. It's got a bit of coverage, it's got Superpower, Stone Edge. It's so slow, it can make use of the move Avalanche. And what Avalanche does is if Candice is the last one to move, which given her really low speed stat she will be, Avalanche's power will double. So Avalanche is going to be hitting super hard. It's honestly, there is not much else I can say about Candice. So with that in mind, I am actually going to end off this draft analysis video here. I do not have much else to say at all. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please show appreciation by smashing that like button down below. I'm not going to say answer the question of the day. I almost did again. Links to my Twitter and my Instagram are down in the description below, so please check me out on there. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here for now, so until next time, stay frosty.